Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title "The Heavyweight Podcast" is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation. What's good? This is episode 104 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out. Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say. Sweet teeth, Ellis. That's where I'll be. That's who I'll be.
It's your boy Molito.
They call me Hunter. I'm not going to change my name.
Okay, I'm not even gonna go do the how or the weak shit because I'm afraid to ask Hunter. So I hope everyone's week was well, and we're just gonna get into the shit because Hunter looked like I'm trying to make sure he don't get too gone. Here we go.
You're talking about how tired you are. How about the fact that he's not only tired, but he's exhausted. But every 2 minutes, here you come with your mouth and you're complaining and you pointing out stuff that you feel like he needs to do, but you don't want to correct none of the fuck shit you do. He's exhausted, extremely exhausted, because he works and has to deal with not having any peace. And your mouth. Go get the fuck out, girl. You stay talking about...
Did you get the gist?
He sounds very, very, very angry.
This man, he did not be fucking with no toxin.
She sounds very angry.
Yeah, that's what she sounds like. She's telling, hey, don't go mess with these toxic ones. Go get somebody who's
yeah, she's the advocate for man.
You know, when I hear that, I hear age in that a lot.
Yeah, she's older.
Yeah,
I hear age in that a lot. Versus not even to go back young, but I'm saying, that 15, 16, 18, 20, 22, 30, I hear age in that a lot, because I think women also have to learn how to develop relationships too.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more geared towards how we talked about a while ago about traditional relationships. Because I'm like, if he's doing all that working and all that, and you're chilling, and then you still are giving them, like, if y'all both working, then you guys better figure that shit out. Like, compromise that. But if he's doing it all and you being lippy and all that stuff, like, and I hate to say it like that. That sounds so fucking ridiculous, but I get what you're saying in that. Like,
right.
Play your position. Like, that's what I get out of it.
A lot of these motherfuckers don't know the position, Kevin. That's the problem.
Yeah, they don't know their positions. They didn't establish what they were going. Because you say that all the time. Like, you got to establish.
Yeah.
You got to establish. You got to establish.
These are conversations you need to have before you get serious.
But maybe people are scared of that. You think, I don't know, people seem scared of that.
It don't matter. But these are the conversations you have so that you don't waste your time. Because if you don't have this conversation and then things don't go the way the way you wanted to go, well, you could have prevented this by having this conversation before you got this far in a relationship. You
ever think that sometimes too people agree to these agreements and then when they actually have to do the act, they go, damn, this is more than I signed up for. And they never address it after
that. I do, but at that point, now we're talking about accountability. Now you need to be accountable for what you agreed to. Because as a man, hold on real quick, Hunter. As a man, if I don't hold up my part, you're going to go find somebody that will. So don't you think you need to give me the same luxury? You need to hold up your part of the bargain. Because if I have to do my part and your part, why am I keeping you around? That's 100. So you need to be accountable for the things you agreed to. Now, if you want to renegotiate the terms, we can renegotiate the terms, but that don't mean it's going to be favorable for you. I might want you to do more because I feel like I'm doing too much. But you still got to have these conversations.
Well, I was going to say, when I hear these things like that, I don't hear married couples. I hear boyfriend, girlfriends, dating, semi-dating, been together for like a good year or two. I don't hear married couples like this.
It don't matter. If you're going to cohabitate in a space with the opposite sex and be in a relationship, you need to have these conversations.
I get that, but a boyfriend, girlfriend is a lot different than a married couple. That's when you are learning about these things.
Yeah, that could be before the conversation.
Don't get me wrong. Nothing is absolute.
Well, I mean,
you
I'm
can
saying,
always
'cause
end up in marriage. But I mean,
in this climate, though, you see how people get married fast, like quickly,
right, they
and
do.
like they'll know each other for a short period of time and get married quickly. So I think it's all in the same realm, like it, because like a lot of times most married people don't know what they're dealing with until because a lot of people get into it fast.
But if you get married quickly, that's also that's on you too. You know, because you should have known not to get married quickly.
I got married quick. Nigga, don't say that.
Right, I did too. I got married after 1 year. One year.
Because when he's saying it's just a girlfriend boyfriend thing, I think they're all in the same. And it's all relative because there's a lot of motherfuckers that get married like.
I still feel like
just see it as if you don't cohabitate with each other first.
Exactly. Right. There it is.
I feel like if you're going to cohabitate, these discussions have to be had. Period.
Right.
What is going to be the breakdown of things? You have to, and whether you got to break down who's going to be responsible for what financially, who's going to be responsible for what domestically. All that needs to be broken down. You can't just say, you can't just say, oh, I thought we would have understanding. No, you need to get that understanding before you cohabitate.
You don't think it could be fluid?
You understand what?
The rotation of things, I guess. I don't know the fucking word.
You can have a fluid rotation to where we're both doing financial, we're both doing domestic things, but it needs to be established. Like it needs to be established what is going to be who is going to be responsible for what.
Here's a scenario, I guess, because you're saying fluid. Like maybe you reevaluate or come back to renegotiate terms. Like
personal. I'll make it personal. So one of the things is I take cooking because I'm, we
know why.
But Amanda does laundry.
Ooh.
So
she got a short hand and stick.
Yeah. But we established that early, and then we turned into a family of fucking 5. So things got a little different. Like, and then I started working
back to the negotiating table.
Yeah, because laundry got way more than it was. I went to a job that had 15 uniforms, and I'm like, I'm not turning these in. They suck at cleaning them. So I bring them home. So she's cleaning 15 extra uniforms, and then all these kids' clothes. And then like now I'm working nights, and I'm like, I can't cook every night. So hey, can you do these days? And I'll do these days. You know what I'm saying?
You should have been you should have been crockpotting. You should have been crockpotting. See, that's part of the last episode. That conflict resolution. You didn't think about it.
Crack pipe.
But like you said, those are established relationships, though.
Right.
When I hear these like snippets of things like that, I don't think of established relationship. I don't think of long-term relationships. I think of people who are like in a relationship, like a boyfriend, girlfriend, under a year, not married, and they're still trying to figure it out themselves.
But they live together.
Let me say this.
You should live with everybody you ever end up planning on marrying. Let me
say this, Hunter. When fresh out of high school, when we started living together, we had an understanding. She was a never take out trash. I was a never watch. I was never clean. I hated cleaning bathrooms. I never cleaned bathrooms. Right. So she didn't take out trash. She didn't get mail. I didn't clean bathrooms. That was understanding. At that time, I did my own laundry. She did her own laundry. We took turns cooking. And we took turns cleaning the house. But the understanding, the hard line was, I'm not cleaning this bathroom. You're not taking out no trash. That was, which we still have today. I don't clean bathrooms. Well, she take out trash now because I can't do it. And she don't take out trash. That's the hard line. And then as we progress in life, and now that she's no longer working, I don't do anything inside the house, and I take care of the finances. So, like that conversation, those lines are going to change as the relationship evolves. Yeah. But we still had hard lines at the beginning. We had we discussed these things like that. So everyone had, like, I think I was responsible for cooking 4 days a week because she was at school midday. I was at home midday, so I would cook dinner 4 days a week. So I was responsible for that. So it depends on where you are in your relationship. And then also, like Kevin said, schedule matters. If you're going, I can't expect her to cook me dinner if she's at school or work at 5 p.m. If she's not going to get home to 8, 9 at night. I can't expect her to have me dinner just sitting around, right? So that means dinner falls on me. So when she walks in the door, I have dinner for her. So but these are conversations you need to have. Period. To have understanding. If you get understanding in the little things, there won't be many big arguments because what leads to big arguments is letting all the little shit pile up.
Right. Well, like I said, I'm talking about when I hear these, I hear new relationships, people who ain't been in long-term relationships.
You still gotta go through it.
Right. There it is right there. You have to go through it. You either have to go through it, you have to have somebody that you can look up to give you some advice on it. But when I hear these snippets, I'm like, that's why I said they sound like boyfriend-girlfriend relationships. Because they haven't gone through it yet. They haven't learned that what you got to do, how you grow up and how you learn how to move different and your boundaries change and your commitments change on everything. You know? I really, that's the way I look at it, you know? All of us have been married 20 plus years. We all understand that what we did then.
Who been married 20 plus years? You have.
You know what? If you want to fucking get technical, everybody that you've been fucking has been 20 plus years.
First of all, I have not been fucking everyone 20 plus years. I've only.
I'm saying that the person you are fucking now has been for 20 plus years. Since you want to look away from marriage.
I haven't even been at UPS 20 plus years, and I met her after. So what?
Well, how many years are you at?
17?
Oh, motherfucker, you close enough. Shit.
I'm not even close, so.
But I married?
He start yelling at y'all.
Close enough. Shit.
Married?
No, he was yelling at me because me and my wife we've been
I'm talking about all you motherfuckers because we all
22 years we've been a couple.
For lack of words, then 15 plus years in. Is that okay? Does that work out better?
No,
Kevin?
No.
No? I thought you've been there for a while, Kevin.
Nah, man. I just told you.
Man, that audio's got
he said he was long stroking for a while. He was in there a while.
That audio's got you gone.
No, I'm good.
Got him turned up quick, huh? He got turned up on marriage lane.
This year marks my 23rd year with my wife, and we have gone up and down like a roller coaster on a fucking ride. And
he is amazing to put up with this thing.
Yes.
Don't you dare say shit.
Just agree.
Don't you dare say shit.
Just agree, nigga. I'm trying to let you know.
Fuck that. I know his wife.
They
Fuck that.
They didn't want to take the lifeboat.
Mm-hmm. Fuck that. You know, marriage is something
hard.
It'd be hard, and it's always something that you're gonna have to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compromise.
Relationships are hard in general. And that's the thing. People think that relationships are always going to be happy, go lucky. That is not the case. That is not the case.
I don't even think we addressed the what she was saying. I think we just kind of went on because it was more about being tired. What you mean by being tired when you come home and
I took it as mean like
you're exhausted with the outside world.
I think she was talking about being balanced. You need to learn how to get that man balance, and you need balance in your life too.
Yeah, because you can. Is that tired could be not just physically tired, but like you just could be tired.
And as she's saying, be the peace. He should come home to feel peace.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that conflict, but like that I understand that concept. But you also understand like there were times where, like when my daughter was born, and she's home with my daughter all day. So it's not like she had just been kicking it. Like if I had a rough day at work, she had a rough day in the house. So my rough day is walking into her rough day, and she like, "Hey, take a kid. I need a break." Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's understandable. So I mean, like you have to understand, like, hey, yeah, I get it. But, like my day, you had a hard day. We both had a hard day. You got to be balanced in there.
Yeah, but every day is not going to be like because there might be a day that she had a rough day, but your day might have been on some shit to where even if she says here, take the baby, you're gonna be I am really not in the right headspace.
Those are days I just go to the bar. I wouldn't come straight home.
Okay. I couldn't. I don't drink like that.
That is true. I mean, that is, but I get it's wise to do something before you go into the house.
And that's where this is why, you guys don't realize the game type of playing. That was the perfect segue to the next topic.
Boom.
It was, what is a good time frame to detach or wind down from being in the outside world coming home? Like what's a good amount of time do you need in order to unwind from being like when you come home from work and you're trying to deal with shit? That little time that you would ask your significant other, just give me like an hour to get or 30 minutes or whatever, just to not, to reprogram your brain not to think about what just happened when you went to work and dealt with road rage and etc.
All right.
I think
can I say something? Let me say something real first. I never understood that when you hear people talk about how they sit in their cars 5 to 10 minutes before they go in the house or before they go into work or anything like that. I never understood that. Learning over time, I have learned that though. I get it. And I truly understand that. And that's kind of what, when you said that made me think about that. How people will sit in their cars 5 to 10 minutes before they actually go into the house.
You have to adjust your state of mind.
Yeah.
But I would say, to answer the question, I'd say I think that it is too many variables to play that factor, because I've had days to where, like I said, I'll pull up and I'll sit in the car for a couple minutes and I'll get out and I'm exhausted and I don't really want to feel like do something. Then I'll walk in and then my daughter will run to me and then my whole attitude changes. And I'm like, boom, let's go. I don't need any time to depress. I'm full daddy mode, uniform on all, full daddy mode. Then I've had days where I walked in and I'm like, I need a drink and a shower, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. So I think it depends on, I don't think there's a certain, you can't say, give me 15 minutes all the time. No, I think it depends on, it depends on the weight of the day, because every day is not going to be the same. Some days are rougher than others.
What processes do you take to decompress or unwind down? Like, do you just sit in quiet? Do you reflect? Do you like completely try to find something to not make you think about anything, like something that you do that just makes you?
Normally what I would do is I'll listen to music. I'll sit in my car, listen to a couple songs, my favorite, trying to get my head right. Then I'll make sure I'll take a little longer shower. And if that still don't work and I need to decompress more, I'll just go vanish somewhere by myself.
I was going to say vigorously masturbate.
3 ice cubes, 2 fingers.
Yeah, just
pour it.
For me, on that kind of situation, it's to drive home.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But my drive is long.
3 minutes instead of 5.
Did you get that ticket?
No, I didn't get that ticket. No. Shush. Yeah, mine's the drive home.
That nigga just showed his age.
Why?
The shush. Did you just shush me?
You know, you keep talking about my age, but we all know I'm fucking older. This ain't new.
They didn't shush me.
You keep bringing up my age, ain't gonna change the fact that it's my age. Matter motherfucking fact, I turned 48 this month.
Okay, well,
almost as old as him. What's up?
Your birthday was in September.
It's usually my birthday's the South, and right now probably be in their 60s. That usually says the word shush.
Well,
shush
I
down,
did go up.
You still go around calling people Jack?
Yeah, those were
Jack. I call everybody bruh.
Cracks me up. Say Jack.
Bruh. But anyways, like I was saying, I depress on a drive home. That's where I decompress at. Music up, windows down, cutting motherfuckers off, dipping down the freeway doing 100 miles an hour. By the time I get home, I'm ready to hop out the car and walk in the house.
I will say this. Sometimes I'll come in the house and just hug my wife and that make me feel better.
Yep.
Do you know how not to take work home with you? Do you like always have that grasp of, because sometimes people, they bring that shit into the house and do you know how to keep that out of the house, like where you don't let that?
I am 98% good at that.
Right. That's hard to do.
Sometimes shit there's been days where, I'm ready to kill a nigga. Yeah. And it's like that, it's going to follow me for a while. Because when I'm pissed, it takes a while for me to cool off. Yeah. It takes a while. So yeah, some days I walk in with it. A lot of days, most of the time I leave at the guard shack.
Right.
Yep. But some days you can't do it.
To that fact, everybody listening to this, you need to learn that.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up. Like, as far as for your mental health, you have to know how to not take that shit home with you.
You have to learn how to let that shit go.
I mean, bring it home in that sense of
pretty much how you treat people.
Yeah, like you can bring it home if you're gonna talk to your wife. Like, these motherfuckers today.
Yeah, if you start like it dictates your temperament. Yeah. You start acting like an asshole to people because
because the people at work. Yeah, that shit is not fair to them.
So days like that is when I go home and it takes me longer to depress.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I like when you say when when she's tired too and she's like, here, take the baby. You say, I am not in the right headspace to be around anyone, right? Like that's the shit. Like when you identify like I'm fucked up today. Like this shit.
But I also think in terms like that, as men, we're gonna just do what we gotta do anyway.
Yeah,
we're gonna suppress it, even though, and then it's gonna come out some other time in a bad way.
I got an hour and a half drive to talk to myself and talk shit about everybody at work. I feel like talking shit about out loud to myself.
Kevin, I got 30 minutes, and I usually on a bad day I will cut off about 5 motherfuckers just so they can start to chase me on the freeway.
I have clocked you going home, Hunter. I've seen you get home in 15 minutes. At times,
no.
We were having to chop it up, and I'll be like, "You're like, I'm already home." You're like, "How the fuck?"
Hey, Kev. This nigga, once his car leave first gear out the parking lot, it never get back down the first.
Go. Oh, there's a yellow light.
No, but that's the way I decompress. That's my decompress right there. I'll drop the windows down, turn the music up, and I'll just. That's
I used to do that when I was young. When I first started driving, I would just drive. But then again, gas was like 98 cents a gallon. I would just drive.
Damn,
when
I first started driving, gas was
as soon as he got his driver's license.
I don't remember
that's
gas
what that is.
ever being 98 cents.
98 cents a gallon.
And that was
when I was driving. It was $1.99.
Thank you.
I was 16 when I got it.
Motherfucker.
I was 6.
I started driving at 18.
I started driving at 16.
I mean, it happened quick. Once the price went up, it went quick.
I was driving at 16, and I had my permit at 15. Got my license on my 16th birthday. Gas was $98.
You had your license before I did.
Yeah, it was
gas. I turned right at 18.
I
had my Cavalier, and I would fill that motherfucker up for $8.75. Would fill it up. I could drive.
You remember? I remember back in the day when a motherfucker asked for a ride, and you'd be like, "Man, I'll give you $10," and that shit used to actually mean something.
Yeah,
$10 fill my tank up.
I don't ever remember gas being 98 cents. And you want to know why? Hold on. You want to know why I remember that situation?
He would know.
Not 91.
Because I was living in Cali, and I went to Georgia. And I remember seeing, damn, your shit is 98 cents in Georgia? I was surprised about that. And that was somewhere around 92, 93.
Gas was
he would know.
$0.90 a gallon. I'm telling you, I remember. Because I remember complaining when gas would hit $1.10. I was like, this shit getting out of hand.
I want to see you guys go fact check and bring it back. This would be fun. This we can finally get this tension out of there.
I wish I had a cell phone back in the day, but there was no pictures taken. I don't have anything saved.
I don't think just that no key play Snake on it. That's it. That's all we had.
No. But no, that's it. I mean, everybody should decompress. Everybody should let the day go. Everybody needs to learn to let the work day go, because if you bring the work day home, it can be detrimental to your family. Did I say that right?
Detrimental. Yes. He said it right, ladies and gentlemen.
So, we should have something for that.
So you need to learn to let it go. Yeah. And in those situations where you can't let it go, you need to let your significant other know what is going on before you step in that doorway.
Well, a lot of times, I agree, because a lot like the instance I have where I was mad, and she knew, and I came home and she would be like, okay, we're gonna just let him be. Because he's still steaming. We let him be. Yeah. We know what's up. But back when Phoenix was born, I didn't have any bad days. Most of those days at work was chill. Shit.
Man, fuck this company.
My worst part of my day was my commute home. Shit.
Yeah, that's my decompress.
Hey, shout out to Scott, the safety guy at work. He was like, we were having a PCM, and he was like, yeah, the company's really going to crack down on these audits. They're going to do this and this. And, he was like, I'm not going to, I'm conflicted. He's like, as a safety guy, I want you guys to be safe. But, the union side's like, give a fuck what they think. When he said that, I said, this is the realest shit this is the realest shit I've ever heard him say. Like, he just literally said, I can give a flying fuck what the company wants at this moment. He's like, it's wartime. He's like, all I'm gonna tell you as a fellow union member, watch your backs, because they're out for blood right now because it's wartime.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now how fat I am. When you said PCM, I thought pizza, chicken, and Mojos.
You didn't, bruh. No, the fuck you didn't. Did you really think that?
That's the title of this episode.
Hold on. Fried chicken motherfucker, and I did not think that shit.
That's the title of this motherfucker. This nigga just said shakies.
She's like, hey, we got that PCO special over here. We got that PCO special over here.
Y'all niggas got shakies?
I want some fried chicken.
Fuck.
This nigga.
Oh, shit. I just got excited, nigga, for fast food. I'm about to get some Bojangles. Sorry.
God damn.
Now I need.
You gonna go to Crystals too?
To where?
Crystals? Or is Crystals in DC? Or is it White Castle? Is it White Castle?
White Castle.
White Castle.
I don't know.
Because Crystals is, I know, runs the South to a certain degree, and then I know White Castle takes over the other.
You know, but when I'm gonna take your ass to White Castle sometime this year.
I don't know who you talking to, but I want to fucking go.
I'm talking to Andy.
Because I talk about White Castle all the time, and
I do too. I do too. Why the fuck you think I want to go to Vegas for?
I'm gonna tell you, pull up. I'm gonna run a car and we're gonna go out to Vegas. And I'm gonna get your ass to White Castle.
What you gonna rent?
That's literally the only reason I want to go to Vegas is to go to White Castle and the M&M store.
For no reason. Just do it.
Do a heavyweight podcast road trip.
We should. Hey, everybody hearing this? We're gonna do a heavyweight podcast on the road. And I'm driving.
And we're gonna take Mark's Tesla.
I'm gonna give you guys an idea. My birthday weekend's a hell of a weekend to do it. It's Labor Day weekend.
I just won't park any parking lots, Kevin.
Yeah, don't do that. I remember that. Ooh.
Everybody heard it. I am going to drive.
That was the one time.
We're not having that.
I realized that your dad was with the shits because he said, man, Kevin told me about what you when you parked there. Why would you do some dumb shit like
that? We should definitely do that.
That's one of those where you're like,
our listeners have heard that. We are going to go to White Castle. We're going to do a White Castle drive. Hey, but first off,
White Castle, I'm going everywhere. Keith leaving posting.
Man, you can't leave your differentiate from a group. Is there a fried chicken place in Vegas though?
I'm sure there is.
Many? Okay.
Have you been to Vegas? There's everything.
I ain't been to Vegas since '98.
There's a city in the desert, of course.
I have not been to Vegas since '98.
Yeah.
I can take you to Wing King where there's a white lady in the back jerking chicken.
Doing what?
I didn't believe
right?
it.
I was going to touch that shit.
She's doing what?
She's jerking chicken. She's making jerk chicken.
That sounds better. Say it that way.
It sounds like you said you
right.
jerking off a chicken, but
jerking chicken. I was like, does that make the wings taste better or what?
You get him in a happy place before you kill him. He was in a state of tranquility. He was really at peace.
This is fire.
You know, you guys say that, and where I don't know where you guys grew up at, but I grew up where they actually killed chickens.
Oh yeah, we know you're from here.
That was very depressing.
I watched they try.
It wasn't too depressing the way you eat chicken.
I can't see a chicken killed, but I can. I have learned to differentiate between.
Wait, what
did you say? What was the word?
Yeah, I was trying to help.
What was the word?
Separate the two.
There we go. I like that. And look at he switched it.
My God,
that's not what I heard. What was that? What you said? Something completely different. That wasn't. It was.
What's
that wasn't.
As a porky, he did the porky. He porkied us. Oh, fuck that word. I'm just.
Oh, because my family, they used to grab the chicken and swing it until the neck rip off, and then watch it run around the yard until it. Yeah.
What was your? Never mind. I'm not get this.
Next topic.
With that being said,
wow.
What you got?
Whoa.
Digging in.
Okay. Check it out.
Stop.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear me? Okay.
Mic is on.
Because I'm making more money than him.
You should help him get some more money.
How am I going to do that, though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
A woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
I feel like a man is supposed to be that for a girl.
A man's supposed to be a leader.
You right.
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
So I was in the wrong. I'm always the bad guy.
Man, you looking for a daddy.
I'm not looking for a daddy. I got my own money. I got my own money. I could do what I do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy for money.
You want one?
I want a man to be stable. If I was to leave him, I want him to be.
He wasn't stable.
He was okay, but I was making more than him.
So he was stable though.
Yeah, I guess.
So why you leaving then? You say you just want.
Because he wasn't doing better than me. I need a guy doing better than me. And if he's not doing better than me, then
I guess I feel like it would have been more real if you'd have helped him get to where you wanted him to
you
be
know,
at.
these guys, I feel like guys want that love story. I feel like guys want us
Y'all,
females
you
to
wanna
be with
live
them in the
through-
trap, do what they do, and then when shit goes downhill.
No, nobody want that. You want that. We could have helped him outside of the trap with anything.
But he could have did that himself. He could have went to school. He could have did that himself. I would have encouraged him. I'm not his mom. I'm not gonna carry him and go do this and this.
Just because he ain't had no money, you left him.
Alrighty, your thoughts, takes on
I think it's proof that, like they always say, men will date down, women only date up.
I think he sounds like a doof.
No, he don't. He make a lot of sense, Kevin.
He doesn't. He sounds like that sounds dumb.
Yeah.
That sounds dumb. Like nigga, take care of you. Like that's cool. Like you can want somebody to help you out, but I see what she's saying in that. Like the saying, I need somebody better. That's some childish shit. But if she's doing fine taking care of herself, I get what she's saying. Like, why the hell I gotta go make this nigga care about himself? Like, that's what it almost sounds like. He's sounding like, well, you should have helped me do better. I'm out in the trap. Like, you should have got me out of this.
This is how I took it. He was already stable, but he wasn't making as much or more money than her, right? Now,
But that's not how it started. It started going down that path.
Right. So a lot of times the right woman, and if you look at a lot of people saying that I wouldn't be where I be without my wife. The right woman will inspire you to be better. That's the whole point.
Inspire you, but that doesn't mean she's good. It may be off of what she's doing.
Right. The right woman will push you to be better. And what she's saying is that she don't want that. She want a man that's already better than her. She don't want to put in no work. She don't want to help build nobody up. But the right woman will inspire you to be better. My wife is a prime example of that. She inspired me to be better, to do better, to earn what I earn, to have what I have.
So do you not think that there's that where, say she was in all that shit before, and she pushed a lot of niggas to try to do better, and all them niggas did was the same thing.
That wasn't the right man for her.
So you don't think she can get fed up?
If it was possible.
Don't you think that? Like, I feel like that happens.
You also got to understand that it might be a situation where the guy was happy where he's at. You got a lot of people that are just happy where they at. They don't have any ambition. They're happy and they're content with what they at. They're happy. Some people are happy making 40, 30,000 a year. Some people are happy.
I'm sorry. I'm just
what?
Nigga just
got up and left. Yeah, I saw that. He just got up and left. I thought I was the only nigga that did that.
But yeah, I mean,
kicked in. So, but some people are just happy with that. Some people can make 30,000 a year and be content with the lifestyle they have. They have everything they need. They don't need more. They don't want more because they're content where they live.
I just took it as, because the question was, he was on the interview and the context was he was asking her, so why did you leave your man? She said he was stable, but he wasn't making what she was making, therefore she left him, as opposed to, and he said, instead of you just dropping him because he wasn't pretty much doing better or equal to you, you dropped him instead of if you wanted him to do better, why not push him to do better? If you really wanted that, if that's what you wanted out of the scenario, as opposed to realizing that, you know, you had a stable guy that was a good guy, but because he wasn't what you looked at as successful in a man, you dropped him. Because that's why she said, oh, so now I'm the bad guy. It's like, well, you had a good guy, but you didn't, because he wasn't what you expected out of a man, because eventually she had to admit that the reason why what she really wanted was somebody doing better than her, than somebody just solid. So at the end of the day, she was, oh, okay, yeah, I dropped the good guy because he wasn't more successful. Like, and it's kind of like, that's fucked up. Like, if you really wanted more successful, why not see if you can make that person more successful if that's really what you wanted out of it? If he fit he checked all the other boxes.
It's like he said too. Some niggas just comfortable with that. So you can come to that point where you just like, hey, this ain't gonna work. We're gonna grow apart because you comfortable, and I'm telling you what I'm looking for, and like it's not gonna work.
If that's the situation, then she's right in her decision.
Yeah, and I don't think you should fault her for that. Like if she just was like,
I don't fault her for that. But if it was a situation to where because women speak life into men. So if she tried to speak life into him and he wasn't accepting it, then yeah, she's in her right to leave. But if she didn't even make an attempt because by her standards he wasn't worth her time, then you can't fault her. Then you can fault her for that because but that's only a mindset that I feel like that's only a mindset that women have, because I feel like as a man,
women. Specifically.
Young women. As a man, you're not going to fault a woman for where she's at in life. You're going to fault her for not having ambition. Because if you have ambition, I'll help you get to where you want to get. You don't have to be at my level. I'll help you elevate to where you want to be. As a man, you're willing to do that. As most women are not willing to do that for a man. They want a man to be established and already be at the level they want them to be at.
Yeah. That's I think that's the breakdown, because I said when I saw her reaction, she was more or less saying she didn't want to admit it, but she pretty much just said she ain't had no time for somebody that's not on her level, as opposed to realizing that she could have built someone to be on that level.
It sounds kind of.
I hate the
loaded the way it was put up, because like the way when she started out, when she was like, I don't have time to do anything. I'm busy doing all of this. So it's hard because I don't have context on his side. You know what I mean? It makes it seem like he was doing something, but it's like we don't know what the hell he was doing.
We don't.
He might have just been content and been like, "No, you cool. Like, why don't you got time for me?" It's like, because I don't. Like, I'll find the time, but like, but if you have stuff you're supposed to be doing or you're doing, you're not going to be doing like that. You know what I mean?
You also got to consider the type of man she's choosing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's.
But if he was stable, he had some type of 9 to 5. He wasn't out in the streets.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
You know, every time I hear these things, you know what I notice I pick out of? None of it's about love.
Because nowadays people don't do shit for love.
This is a financially stable business, sir, because that's all they literally look at it as.
That's all that is.
My other partner in this, are they going to be financially stable with me, or?
Where's the love?
People look for lifestyles. They don't look for love no more.
Gosh. Where's the love?
You sound really hippie right now. Black Eyed Peas.
You know, as they say, love conquers all. And if you love somebody, you can always work through it. But it just seems like there's just no love.
Was that Fergie? No, that was before Fergie. I know this is a whole.
Wasn't she on the hook?
Nah, that's Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a woman and a man, wasn't it?
There's a woman, but it's before her. I know this is a really random conversation.
Right?
We're going on a separate
tangent like a motherfucker. Shit. You know? But like I said, I every time I hear these things, I think, where's the love in this? There's just they're young people, they're young relationships, whatever. I mean, not the same thing. You can be old and be in a new relationship. But it's like a young people or young relationships.
I think now, especially the context of what that was, it was pretty much because she was a radio personality. I'm pretty much, she's a busy woman, so her approach to it was pretty much like, I gotta look for me a partner that's like this, as opposed to like, I don't think love is involved. Like,
I hear from that too, like in that perspective, and a kind of where they're like, I'm busy. And you got to understand that. And I get that. Because it's like, is it where that fool's sitting at home, like calling all the time? Hey, why ain't you home? Like, what's going on? What's up with this? You don't ever got this for me. Like, I think in that regard, where it's like, hey, if you was busy trying to elevate more, you're not going, or do something like just even elevate your mind. You know what I mean? you're not going to be just sitting around thinking about calling me all the time. I don't have time for that. Like, I get that. So I don't know. That's tough because in that situation, it's like she's busy, like you said, and like that happens with men. Shit,
I hate that on the level.
If I'm busy, you're not gonna. You can't call me all the damn time.
Right.
You just can't.
But the part I hate about that is when the situation switches for whatever reason, somebody ends up flipping on that shit.
What do you mean?
Like you're like, oh, you can't call me all the time because I'm busy, and then all of a sudden they get busy, and then you want to call them, and now you can't call them, and now you're like, why can't you answer my fucking phone call?
Not if you're both busy.
That's why you send a text message.
True.
Like I said, the on the level thing, it irks the hell out of me because, trying to find somebody that's on your level, that's going to be on your level and grow with your level is very rare.
They need to get off that level of financial and get on the level of mentality and figure that part out. Love and mentality.
It's deeper than here's the thing. I feel like the problem with people today, like with the younger generation, the young people, is that they're too into material things.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, all that financial shit ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter because what you want is somebody who's gonna be willing to wipe your ass when you can't.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want. That's what you want. All the other shit ain't gonna matter. You want someone who's gonna be by you regardless of the situation.
So is Andy thinking like, I don't know.
I'm saying because like now it seems like all the youngsters out here are on that woke stage where everybody's on some different shit. Like I don't know, like, and I think they get so caught up in technology that they detach from emotion.
Right, and that's what I
don't necessarily think it's finances for me or like materialistic thing. I think they get so caught in or wrapped into technology, they lost grasp of reality.
Or do you think it's more of the look?
Yeah, and then like they're and then people. I mean, that's been going on for years though. But the whole like who they look up to is what they try to recreate. So like they'll look at the Beyoncés and Jay-Z's or the Cardi B's and Offsets and the whatever, and they go, that's what I'm supposed to. That's a winning. That's a relationship goals, and you're like, that's not relationship.
You don't know what's going on in their house.
Yeah, that's relationship goals.
You never know what's going to happen behind.
You got 3 side chicks and 2 hoes.
Yeah, but like I said, but these are what the youngsters look at. They go, "Oh my god, the relationship goals," and you'll see it all the time. "Oh my god, relationship goals," and like that's what are you basing that on?
Right.
What's the relationship goal in that? Like,
we live in a society that praises people for being hoes.
So. And that's when you hear me say these are young people, young relationships, because even time changes those percentages.
And even then, you look at shit like Will Smith and Jada, where for the longest time they were supposedly the painted picture of what we're supposed to. Then you realize they got problems too. What the fuck? What are your relationship goals? Like, what are you basing this on? Like, people, like, I think people get so caught up in, well, they're doing this, and I tell this all the time. I say this all the time. I say people love to flex for the gram. They can be famous or not. People love to flex for the gram. They love to sit there and tell everybody. No one's going to tell you their flaws.
Nope.
They're going to tell you every time they're winning. Oh, well, we're doing this. Oh my God, they seem so happy. I need to be like that. Relationship goals. And you're like, you don't know what the fuck's going on there, so why are you fucking praising it for it? Like, but you see it all the time. Like, you hear it all the time. Like, people go, oh my God. But it's like, think about it. Why, like, if you look at your classmates and people that you family members and shit, and you see their relationships on there, if they're going really hard to try to convince you of how great it is, usually 9 times out of 10, it's not what you think it is. Because a lot of times if they're pushing it that hard for you to see it, it's not what you think it is. And then when you find out it's not what you think it is, you go, wow, they got divorced. I didn't see that coming. Wow, she cheated on him. Oh, I thought they were happy. What the fuck did you think was going on when they pushed it so hard?
Right.
I think the best relationships are the ones you don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
You say that, and I remember somebody saying, the more you see a couple's pictures on social media of all the things they're doing, usually means they're actually having stuff behind the scenes that's usually detrimental.
And then, it's bad when you see the joint fucking profiles. When you got the joint profiles, like, oh shit, it's bad.
I'm gonna change my name.
Bad. Like,
you gonna change your name for a joint profile?
Yeah, just to start us some shit.
And I remember I'd be so conflicted because you have people with joint profiles that you like, I don't know who I'm responding to right now. When they were like comment on shit, I'm like, who is responding to this? Like, am I responding to the husband or wife?
I don't talk to those people. I'll get the message and be like, I'm not responding to that.
Yeah, because I don't know who's commenting on this.
It's like setup.
Yeah, like
yeah. But you're right though. When you start seeing, I mean, when I heard that, it changed my perspective. When you start seeing a lot of people who seem to over glorify their relationships to where they're always doing this, they're always doing that, they're here, they're there, and it's like, and then you, like you said, when you hear that they divorced or cheated, you're like, whoa. But again, you don't. That's just
not paying attention to the. It's clear. If they're pushing it this hard, it's no different than, like, perfect example. It's no different than a motherfucker who's on vacation posting nothing but pictures on they're out in fucking Paris or whatever, and all they're doing is posting pictures. If you have that much time to post pictures, how can you enjoy the moment?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you can have you could take time to go post pictures, but if you're literally spending the entire time as you're doing it, taking video as it's happening, how can you enjoy the moment?
You shouldn't even post a vacation picture. You get back home anyway.
Yeah, like, it should be something on the fly as you're enjoying it. You take a picture here and there. You go, you know what? I'm gonna take 20 minutes to take some pictures and then we're gonna get back to, But if you're literally in the moment every fucking hour posting. Remember, like, last year when I told you I went to Disneyland and everybody was like, "Damn, I don't know if Andy actually got into Disneyland. That motherfucker ain't posted shit the entire day." Because I was trying to enjoy the fucking moment. You know how expensive Disneyland is?
That's tough to say, though. That's tough to say. Because I do both. I
get it, but I'm saying you have to take the time to be able to enjoy it. And a lot of people don't. They want to flex. They're worried about how people perceive what they're doing as opposed to just saying, I'm enjoying it as it comes. Like, I will sit there, like at Disneyland, you got time to take a picture when you're standing in line for fucking 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
I just say that because I got a wife who will take pictures of every goddamn thing and post it all. Like, I'm like, God damn. Like,
but is she doing it in the moment, or is she, like, collecting it as she goes?
Oh, she's posting as we go. Both. My wife will snap her ass off.
Yeah.
She was snapping her ass.
I'm glad, because I don't be taking no pictures.
I'm trying to enjoy the moment. So as I'm going, I'm taking a picture.
But
all right.
I've learned
but
that's joy to her, though. Like, she enjoys it, and she actually will come home and, like, I'm like, you printing those off? Like, who the fuck prints pictures?
Well, my point is, a lot of times if your eye is in this, you can't see this.
It's just hard for, I think, people like, because I'm like that, but it's like, I had to learn that she enjoys that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I get it. Because you want to capture the moments, but a lot of times you also got to take into account that what you're missing out on. Like, because I'll be like, oh man, I need to document this. Because I fell victim to it. I need to document this. And then you realize you're missing out on the fact that the kids jumping around and doing this, and they're expecting you to be in the moment with them, but you're over here saying, let me get a picture of it, and you missed out on the actual moment of enjoying it, that instant, like, happiness, because you were worried about trying to get the picture.
But it's tough, because the capture is, when you lose people too, you wish you had those.
Yeah. I'm not saying not take pictures. I take pictures all the fucking time. I'm just saying enjoy the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because a lot of times people, like, they're so like this that they don't get to enjoy what's walking in front of them. Like, when you're in Vegas and you're trying to enjoy Vegas, or a place you've never been before, and you're so worried about, like, I got to show everyone this, that you're not enjoying it because you're trying to show everyone else what they're missing out on.
In Singapore, I have it on video, me talking shit about myself. I was like filming this, and then I'm just like, how the fuck am I filming this? Like, I'd never seen this in my life, and I got a screen in front of me while I'm watching this. Let me put this shit down.
It's like the people who record a concert.
Yeah, and you can't enjoy the concert because you're worried about trying to get it on
right angle. Like, ooh, let me zoom in.
If I had the money, I would just pay a motherfucker to do everything for me.
I wish.
But, hey, motherfucker, you're just my photographer or my videographer, so I can enjoy the moment. But you're going to video it as I'm doing it.
You don't need to do that. You can easily do that yourself. Put a strap rig on you and put a camera on you. And
that sounds really comfortable.
Just get a drone.
That sounds really comfortable to just be like, I'm going to walk around with this fucking harness on. Hey.
I call that the snow leopard moment. Because it's the movie, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, where the guy was looking for a snow leopard for this whole time. And then he finally saw the snow leopard, and he was there to take a picture of it. And then he put the camera down. He was like, you know what? Most people don't get to see this with their eyes, like in real life. So I'm just gonna take that shit in and enjoy that I actually saw a snow leopard with my eyes as opposed to.
If I saw a snow leopard with my eyes, I'm not taking a picture. I'm backing up slowly because I shouldn't be anywhere near.
Man, you don't be scared. It's just a cat.
Okay.
What's that adios, dog? You gonna be adios.
You know. Whatever.
That'd be the last words and shit. It was just a cat.
Just a cat.
It was
just
all
a
a
big
dream.
giant. Just a big giant pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that motherfucker looked at you as a play toy.
You're gonna be pink.
That motherfucker just do this once. Oh, my intestines are on the ground. Like, what the fuck? Shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna respond to that, but yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I get it.
That
You
shit
know,
kicking in.
no.
Going to a pretty place where the flowers grow.
No,
You back in an hour or so.
no. Nowhere I go, the flowers grow.
Oh my God. He just
This
went
nigga.
Anyway, with that
Wednesday
being
over
said,
here.
this has been episode 104 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Studda McFly one more time with these three guys.
I forgot. Kevin Wendell. We'll go with that.
Weren't you Sweet Tooth or something like
Sweet
that?
Tooth? Was it Sweet Tooth?
It was Sweet Teeth.
Sweet Teeth.
Sweet
Yeah,
Teeth.
Sweet Teeth. Yeah. I'm going to get a shirt with just a gap.
It's your boy Mo Lethal.
And the stash.
Man, I can so respond to you a lot of your shit, but man, they call me Hunter.
Adios.
LL.
Adios, motherfucker.
And if you don't remember nothing else, remember pizza, chicken, and Mojos.
PCM.
All right,
Till next time.
Peace.
It's a wrap. That's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments. You know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Hello. Every Monday you got new episodes, so tune in. Have a blessed one.